Alright guys, so we have a RV6 R660. We're going to install it on the 2021 Honda Accord. Obviously this is going to be a huge upgrade compared to the OEM one, as you can see the difference is huge. So what we're going to end up doing is going over to the Accord right now. It's completely stock except for an intake, and we're going to start disassembling everything. So huge shout out for RV6 for letting us test this on the Accord. And yeah, as you can see, the quality of this is just insane. And then they gave us a lot of hardware and different things that we might need to use to make this Accord specific. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, we've done a lot of the Type R ones and the P series, so hopefully this is going to be a no-brainer. And RV6 always has such a great reliability factor compared to other brands, and we've tested that on the Civic SIs, and the RV6 one has always been great and never failed us. So let's get into this. We are gonna have to build this one because we're gonna have to change over our actuator, get our arm put on, use our lower charge pipe connection, and then obviously attach the new downpipe that we have. We have a lot of PRL products we're going to be adding as well, like a catted downpipe, intercooler, stuff like that. So let's get into this install. Alright, so we actually are going to pair this with the RV6 catted downpipe for the 2 liter. And as you can see, they have given us a lot of different hardware so we can mount this up. We did think we might have to use this, but we aren't actually. So we're actually going to end up using these AN fitting style for the coolant hoses. Cool, so we're also going to put the pure intercooler with charge piping. We got this OEM heat shield so we can make it look stock. And Morris is taking apart all the titanium hardware that we got with the kit as well. And yeah, RV6 spared no expense getting us a lot of these new gaskets, new lines, everything, so we can get this car ready to go. So these different lines, this one definitely is going to be for the Accord. As you can see, it's like a smaller diameter here. The Type R has a way larger diameter for the water pump, so I'm thinking we're going to have to end up using this one, but I'm going to have to see. We might need to figure out this might be the only problem here. Or actually this might be the oil return. This is probably the oil return. And we also got these 2 different brackets here. So this is an OEM bracket for the Type R, and then this is the RV6 bracket that you're going to get with it. So we are going to pretty much see what the difference is. One of them does look a little bit shorter, but we'll see which one fits correctly for this particular engine. And you are going to need a Type R actuator arm. So you can't use your stock Accord one. You won't be able to actually attach to that turbo. And then here's the titanium that we're going to get. So we're going to install these as well. Have titanium hardware for the downpipe. And yeah, so let's get into the stock car and just start disassembling everything. Alright, we're back. So Morris has basically almost disassembled everything. Right now he's going to disconnect the downpipe, so he's adding a little bit of Turco penetration lube to not break these studs, so if they ever want to go back to stock, we can put them back on. But he's going to let that sit for a little bit. We got to remove this actuator arm once the turbo comes off. But yeah, process is rolling. We're almost there. Alright guys, so I just finished switching over this fitting. I put the smaller fitting that we got with our kit, and this is the fitting that you're going to need to install for any Accord. And basically the reasoning is this line on the Accord water pump is actually smaller compared to the Type R one. So thank you RV6 for sending us this. We're gonna install this next, tighten it all up. Morris is almost done with the turbo over there, so we're gonna put in the oil return. We need to install the oil feed and then actually install the actuator. So we're getting there, we're almost there. So we'll come right back with you guys with the other stuff. No, take it up. Alright guys, so we have our pipe for the intercooler is on now, our oil return is on, our water pump line is on. We put the wastegate actuator on with the new Type R arm, and I've just tightened this lower fitting, and now we're gonna install the titanium hardware on the downpipe side. Wait, what?
I said, as they say back in the old days, a little goes a long way. Oh, my bad. That was my bad.
Yeah, you're bad. This isn't what they offer.
RV6 provided downpipe titanium bolts. There is a, I'm gonna say 5 Allen. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, we'll see in a second. 5?
4.
Fuck.
You were closer, but
I told him, I was like, give me a 5 Allen. I was like, correct me if I'm wrong.
well, you got corrected. It's a 4. Should have bet on that shit. See guys, what happens when I walk away? We lose bets. God damn it.
Lose out on money.
Yeah, we lose out on money, dude. That happens. But yeah, dude. Honestly, I didn't think they were gonna give that titanium hardware. I think it's sick.
He bought it or asked for it.
Did he?
I don't know. I would assume so.
That's sick. If they do give it to you like that. Just that alone, that'd make the turbo worth it, huh? I think this RV6 for sure is like the most reliable. But cool, the studs are on. Put a little bit of Loctite on there so they don't back out. Yeah, let's walk over with the turbo, put it, actually insert it into the block now.
Do we have the gasket on?
No, we need to put a new gasket on there, so we'll put a new hardware, but yeah. Hold on, Morris. We're gonna try the other one first. So just look at the differences in how the turbo sizing is different. I think it's significantly different. It doesn't have all this lipping here, but yeah, this is gonna be a huge upgrade for this car. So as you guys can see, the turbo is in now. Now the last things we're gonna have to do is connect some of the watering that we need to figure out, and then that lower charge pipe needs to be connected, and then we'll add the downpipe. But yeah,
Turbo bracket.
yeah, we also need to figure out which turbo bracket we're gonna use. So we're gonna either use the Type R OEM, or we're gonna use the provided one, but we want to try the Type R OEM one just so it can look as, you know, as OEM as possible. But yeah, this one's always tricky too, so getting this one on the right orientation. Oh, but see, Morris got it already. And there you go. So make sure you put back your brand new gasket for your downpipe. And Morris is going to try to figure out this bracketing situation first before we lock down the turbo to the block. Alright guys, quick update. So, how do you feel, Morris?
I love my job.
How do you feel? How do you feel about this turbo?
It's better than other ones on the market.
Is it?
Installation wise.
Quick update, Morris. What have we done already?
Alright, so turbo is mounted to the head, torqued. If you want torque specifications, I mean, are we good at that?
That's a lot of one.
Okay. Alright, so turbo torqued, oil line has been ran and torqued. The both water feed and return have been tightened. We did have to get clamps because they didn't provide any. So this one doesn't have one currently, but there is one on the bottom one.
Yeah, we had to go find and scavenge through our stuff, but we found one.
Yeah, so also the turbo, I guess mount is also mounted. So I'm not sure if RV6 gives a Type R one as well in their kit. So I mean, if you are running this kit, let's say on your Type R or Accord, use the one that they provide, just because the design on the turbo mounting is a flat part, whereas in the stock Type R it's kind of a rounded edge, and that's why on these they're actually rounded. So
yeah, basically this piece was interfering. We tried to use the OEM Type R one, but it didn't work, so we ended up using the RV6 provided one.
Yeah, so I mean they both do the same job. You know,
but yeah, I mean, besides that though, everything has been pretty smooth. The next thing we're gonna do is put the downpipe, put the stock heat shielding. We're probably gonna check our wastegate position first before we even put the shield back on, but downpipe for sure. And then after that, basically inlet pipe, and let's just find a clamp for that, and we should be pretty much good to go. Turn this puppy on and see what it sounds like. And this is the OEM carb compliant downpipe. See? The EPA is watching. See, yeah, it has a good stock shielding.
All we did was repaint it.
Yeah, we gave it a polish.
Add a casting mark. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. So here we go. Getting this downpipe into here. Let me help Morris up. Get the bad boy in. All right, watch my fingers. Watch my fingers. Relax. All right, here we go. A little bit to the. Oh, there you go. And there we have it. So we paired this RV6 turbo with the RV6 catted downpipe, and yeah, it even comes with a nice defouler, so that's pretty sick. So yeah, Morris is gonna end up bolting down the bottom. I'm gonna bolt up the top, and we'll get back to you guys. Hopefully we're gonna have, we're gonna check our actuator position and then put our cover and then our O2 sensor. We should be able to turn this car on. And just like that, we are back to stock. So our customer wanted to make the car look as, you know, pretty much stock as possible. So we use a lot of OEM heat shielding. We use the stock inlet. But yeah, the RV6 is in. We are about to turn it on, and we're gonna clear these tools off of the engine bay, and we'll give it a good little rip and see how she sounds.